Hey there! Today I want to show you a couple of great techniques using Faber-Castell Design Memory Craft gelatos and stencils. Got some fun artistic techniques, but it's really easy to do. The first thing I want to talk about though is I want to talk about the craft mat that I've been using. I've gotten lots of questions about that. And what this is this is a Teflon mat, and I want you to be able to see it's flexible, it's thin, but this is a great surface for working on. So this is what I'm always using to put my gelatos down on and to add water to and to mix some of the things I'm going to do today. You can get this at any of your crafting stores like the chains. They come in different sizes. This is just the size that I happen to use for my workspace. So let's go ahead and let's get to the fun stuff. And I'm going to start with a stencil. These are incredibly popular right now. Everybody seems to be coming out with their own stencils, and I love it because there's so many things you can do with it. I'm going to put my gelatos through this stencil, but what I wanted to show you, I was grabbing some removable adhesive, and this is from Scrapbooking Adhesives by 3L. This is my favorite repositionable adhesive. It comes out in little dots, and so they're easy to just rub away. So what I would do is I would go on my stencil, and in just a few places, because I'm going to cover such a large surface, I'm just going to put a little bit of this adhesive down. And then I'm going to go ahead and put it over my piece of paper here, and then it'll hold it in place so it isn't sliding off my paper. Then when it comes time to peel it off, it'll peel off. No troubles, no problems, nothing. So I'm going to use this gelato here. This one is called Squid Ink. It's a grayish color. I love this gray. It's kind of a warm gray. And I'm simply going to apply the gelato just lightly, gently over the stencil. And then I'm going to take this giant inking dauber tool. This one is from Sukaniko Imagine Crafts. It's a great one for this big surface. Simply do circular motions all around your surface. And as you can see, it's sliding on the background surface. My cardstock isn't sliding because of that repositionable adhesive. Circular motion, and you're going to spread the color around. If you wanted a deeper color, you can always add more color. If you want to put two colors on here, you could certainly put two colors. We're almost there, and I have this blended out. Let's take it off, the stencil off. And in fact, I didn't even get one little spot of adhesive left behind. I just simply rub my finger, and it's gone. Isn't that a great background? I love this. I love this technique. I love putting color through there. I'm going to have a little bit of spots of color left on this stencil. All I will do is take this to my sink and wash it off. I don't even need to use soap, just some water will take that right off. So I will clean this when I'm finished with this one. The next technique I want to show you is another cool way to use a stencil, kind of a reverse way to use the stencil. Let's put some gray down, the Squid Ink. Use a little bit of a damp paper towel. Blend the color a little bit. I'm going to take the same stencil, I'm going to put it in place, and I'm going to go through the stencil with my dampened cloth. And what this is doing is this is picking up and blending out the color to leave the stencil pattern behind. And if you were going to do this again, I'd apply that repositionable adhesive to keep it in place. I'll peel this up, and there you can see now I have the reverse effect. By laying the color down, I got a background. By using water, I was able to lift up some of the color and leave that in the background. Really cool. This last technique I want to show you with stencils is a lot of fun, and it's pretty artistic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this light modeling paste from Liquitex. You can get this in any of your large chain crafting stores. It's just kind of a paste. I'm going to use this tool, and I'm going to take a little bit of it out. It kind of feels like buttercream frosting a little bit. And you take it out, put it on my mat. And I love that this is flexible, so I can kind of scrape this off onto the mat. I'm going to take this one's lemon, my gelato. Using the edge of the tool, I'm going to scrape off some color. And the more color I put on here, the more intense the color is going to be when I mix it in. And I'm going to mix it into this white paste. and I'm going to get a colored paste. It really does feel like frosting as you're mixing this together. I'm going to keep blending, and I'm going to lift and scrape because I have some more color sitting on my spatula and I want to get that into the paste. And you can see when it'll be mixed and when it isn't. This does dry pretty quickly, so you wouldn't want to mix this and leave it sitting. Alright, take a piece of paper here. And I'm going to take my butterfly, and I like the pattern of this butterfly, so I think I'm going to use that. So again, I'm going to use my repositionable adhesive, throw a couple spots down, stick it. I'm going to scrape up a little bit of this, and I'm going to use the back side to pick up the paste. I'm going to start above my butterfly, and I'm just going to gently pull through over the stencil. And I need a little bit more, so I'm just going to go through. Okay, now it's all filled in, but to make it even, I'm just going to lightly scrape through, trying to keep it smooth, and it probably won't ever be perfectly smooth, to get the butterfly down. I'm going to lift it up so you can see. And there I have this beautiful butterfly. It doesn't have to be white, it can be any color I want. I have a little bit left on the edge. Just go ahead and grab it off with my finger, and now there are no remnants of that left. Isn't that cool? So some great ways to use your gelatos with all the stencils you have in your stash. Have fun creating!